Now I'll discuss some of the foundations and essential beliefs that set the Reggio Emilia apart. The image of the child. Principal to the philosophies of the Reggio Emilia approach are that children are curious, capable, and competent. Given the chance to explore their curiosities and interests, children will reach greater levels of understanding and will be inspired to continue as a learner. Emergent curriculum. Rather than having a set curriculum predetermined by the teacher at the beginning of the year, Reggio-inspired teachers allow the children's interests to guide curricular studies. Teachers will ask questions, set up provocations to entice students, and they will observe children as they work and play. Based off of these observations and off of these questions, teachers and students will work together to uncover what they will learn. In this way, the curriculum emerges from the processes occurring in the classroom. Project work. Through an emergent curriculum, children are able to explore their interests in greater detail by undertaking work that spans longer periods of time. These projects often relate back to creating or unpacking complex works, such as building a cardboard airplane or designing a habitat for birds. These projects can sometimes last a few days or can span all months, or even all year long. The 100 languages of children. Children are developing their expressive and receptive language skills during the first few years of life, but they do not communicate simply by speaking. Loris Malaguzzi believed that children speak in 100 languages. With this thinking, art becomes a language. Playing in the mud becomes a language. Almost any way that a child is interacting and engaging in the world around them can become a language. Documentation. As children undertake projects and express themselves in different ways, the process of how they engage with their work demonstrates how they are learning and making sense of the world around them. However, young children move fast, and basing assessments of learning on their finished products is often unreliable. For example, a student may spend all morning carefully mixing colors, figuring out how primary colors can create secondary colors. But at the end of this experience, a child may choose to paint over their entire paper black, covering up all the color mixing that they did. In order to capture this learning as it's taking place, teachers rely on documentation to tell the story of the learning process. Photographs are taken, dictated words of children are written down verbatim, videos and work samples are collected. All of these work together to tell the story of what a child is learning. Displaying the documentation is also carefully considered. Often the walls of Reggio-inspired centers will be filled with photographs, featured works, and write-ups that let the walls speak of the learning taking place. The role of the teacher. Because of the respect given to the child, and because the curriculum is crafted communally, the role of the teacher is not the bringer of knowledge. Instead, teachers serve as guides, facilitators, and supporters in the learning process. The role of the parent. Crucial to the tenets of Reggio Emilia is the belief that learning does not only occur in the classroom. Indeed, parents are often viewed as the child's first teacher. Parents are encouraged to participate in a child's learning by working in the schools, by discussing community goals and challenges, and by taking part in special events, excursions, and events. The role of the environment. The classroom environment is carefully considered within the Reggio Emilia approach. Teachers view the environment as a living organism, a place of shared relationships among the children, the teachers, the parents, and a feeling of belonging in a world that is alive, welcoming, and authentic. There is a simplicity and aesthetic beauty found within the Reggio-inspired learning environments, often with critical consideration of light, mirrors, fabric, using soft, neutral colors and natural wood, glass, and metal for walls and furniture. And finally, allowing the children's work to bring color and life into the space. Cooperation and collaboration takes many forms within the Reggio Emilia approach. Teachers will often stay with groups of children for more than 1 year. Together, they create emergent curricular experiences. Parents are encouraged to come in and collaborate as much as possible. But teachers also work together in unique pairings, not as lead and assistant teacher, but instead as co-teachers.